Hi, I'm Melissa. Welcome back to Pant Pattern Co. In this video, we're going to sew my newest pattern, the Mar pants. Mar is a relaxed, wide leg palazzo pant with a unique front overlay that creates the illusion of a skirt from the front. With a clean waistband finish on the front, elastic on the back, minimal shaping, and no tricky closures, the Mar pant is a great project for confident beginners or anyone looking for a quick, satisfying sew. The loose fit allows for easy movement and forgiving sizing, making it both flattering and comfortable. This pattern has two views. View A features an overlay panel that makes it feel and look like a skirt. View B omits this panel and has a flat front. It also has the option to add pockets if your fabric supports them. So let's talk a little bit about the fabric that you should be using for these pants. For View A, you really want a lightweight drapey fabric. Think rayon challis, viscose, tencel, or crepe. Choose any fabric that will flow and swish to enhance the skirt-like silhouette. For View B, you can go for a more medium weight fabric that will still drape and can support the pockets. Think tencel twill, rayon, any linen blend, or sand wash cotton. You'll also need thread and matching color, 1.5 inch wide elastic, and medium to heavyweight fusible interfacing. The interfacing is really important here. It has to be able to support the weight of the front overlay panel. If your interfacing is not heavy enough, you can also double up. In this sew along, we're going to focus on View A with the overlay panel. For fabric requirements and the size chart, please refer to the instructions manual that comes with your pattern. Because Mar requires quite a bit of fabric, consider cutting your fabric flat, not on the fold. This will maximize your fabric. Once you've washed it and dried it, now it's time to cut it. For View A, you're going to need the front leg, back leg, the overlay panel, back waistband, and the front facing cut-in fabric and interfacing. Be sure to mark all your notches. I recommend that you don't cut into the fabric, especially the overlay panel. Once you have all your pieces prepared, let's get started. The first step is to finish the front overlay panel with a narrow hem. This is the free flowing edge that will give you the illusion of a skirt. You can sew a straight line to help you 1/4 inch from the edge. Use a line as a guide to fold it into the wrong side and press. Fold it in again and edge stitch in place. You can also use a rolled hem foot if you have it. Once you've done the side, finish the bottom hem on the panel and fold it in again 1/4 inch to the wrong side. Press and then fold it in again, this time 3/8 inch. You can use stay tape or wash away tape to help you with the lighter weight fabric. Next, sew 2 lines of basting stitches on the top edge from the notch to the side that you just finished. An easier way to sew these gathering stitches is to start sewing the top row at the one side. Once you get to the notch, stop, raise your presser foot, do a couple of stitches downwards, lower your presser foot again, and continue sewing until you reach the end again. This trick will make your stitches more secure and you can pull confidently from one side. Before we move on, I think it's a good idea that you hold up the front leg panel to your waist to double check for the length. Because of the way that the front overlay panel is attached to the Mar pant, it's a little bit more troublesome to make adjustments to the length later on. This front overlay panel will give you an idea of the full length of the pant. If you made adjustments to the length according to the instructions and you're happy with it, let's move on. We're now going to assemble the left leg. Place the wrong side of the overlay piece on top of the right side of the front leg so that right sides are facing up. Make sure all the notches align, especially the ones at the bottom. Baste or pin the inner legs together so they don't move. Once that's done, place the back leg on top of the front leg, right sides together, and align the notches. The back leg will sit lower at the waist as it has a separate waistband piece that will be attached later on. Sew the inner leg seam. Finish the seam and press towards the back leg. Now sew the outer leg seam, stopping at the notch. Do not finish this seam. And then repeat with the right leg. Once both legs are finished, turn the right leg, the one without the overlay panel, right side out and place it inside the left leg so that right sides are together. Aligning the inner leg seam, sew the crotch and finish the seam pressing to one side. We're now going to secure the front overlay panel. Turn the pants right side out. With the front facing you, fold back the overlay panel to the left and pin it to the notch. Once that's secure, fold it again back to the right. The finished side edge should line up with the other notch on the right pant leg. Make sure the gathers are evenly split across the middle and baste them in place. If you haven't already interfaced your waist facing, now is the time to do it. Place the front waist facing, the shorter side on the top edge, right sides together, and sew. Press the waistband towards the seam allowance and understitch 1/8 of an inch away from the seam. Now take the back waistband, fold it in half, wrong sides together and press. Unfold it and place it on top of the back of the pants, aligning the edges, right sides together and sew. Press the seam allowance up away from the pants. Turn the pants inside out. We are now going to finish closing up the side seams. Match the waistbands at the top. The fold of the back waistband will match the front waist facing seam. Sew and finish the side seams, pressing them towards the back. The last step is to finish all around the edge of the waistband. You can also get a little fancy here and finish the edge with some bias tape for a cleaner finish. Next, fold the waistband down, wrong sides together and press. With the front of the pants facing you, flip up the overlay panel so it's out of the way. Understitch the facing to make sure that it supports the weight of the panel. Make sure to stop 3/8 of an inch before you reach the end so you can't see it. Lastly, you're going to tack down the bottom of the front waist facing to the front pant seam. You can also stitch in the ditch vertically in the front seam if your fabric is heavier. To secure the back waistband and create a channel for the elastic, stitch in the ditch on the right side of the pants, starting and stopping at the side seams. Make sure to backstitch on both ends. Insert your elastic through the waistband channel you just created, gathering the fabric as you go. When you reach the other side, stitch in the ditch to secure it. Now it's a time to try on your pants. Sometimes the elastic can stretch and the length can feel different once it's on. Secure the loose end with a safety pin and adjust the length if you need to. If your elastic is not tight enough, it might cause your overlay front panel to fold down. Once you're happy with the length, secure the other end of the elastic, stitching in the ditch on the side seam. In order to secure the elastic and make sure it doesn't move, measure and mark 2 lines 3/8 of an inch away from the top edge and the pant seam. If you think you would like to adjust the elastic later on, feel free to skip this step. Hold and stretch the waistband tightly as you sew. Don't overstretch it, just pull equally from both the front and the back. You want the fabric to be as smooth as possible, as if there was no elastic there. Make sure to backstitch at the beginning and at the end. If you feel like your fabric is bunching up, pull up your presser foot once in a while, it helps. Once you've done the 2 rows, the last step is to hem your pants. Don't forget you can also use wash-away tape for this step. You're going to fold in the edge of the fabric 1/4 of an inch to the wrong side and press. Fold it in once more 3/8 of an inch and edge stitch. Your hem should now match the front overlay panel that you did earlier. And that's all, your Mar pants are now finished. If you're someone that likes the look of skirts but doesn't love wearing them, I think that these pants are for you. Thanks so much for following along. I hope that you make a pair for yourself, and if you'd like to, please find the link in the description box below. Don't forget to tag me so I can see it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.